Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hafidz Ihsanto, NIM P07134122073 from D3 Medical Laboratory Technology. HIV/AIDS. First of all, I will explain what is HIV/AIDS. HIV/AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease that attacks the body immunity, as a result of which the patient's immunity will gradually continue to decline and is usually exposed to disease from outside. The transmission of HIV/AIDS can be through contact with sufferers such as blood, sperm, breast milk, fluids, vaginal fluids, and many more. Until now, there is still no cure that can cure HIV/AIDS, sexually transmitted disease. This means that this disease is a lifelong disease. Even the descendants of the sufferer are likely to be exposed to HIV/AIDS virus. Then, how to avoid or prevent exposure to the HIV/AIDS virus? First, you must be aware of how dangerous the HIV/AIDS virus is. The risks that are obtained when we are infected with a disease virus that has no cure until now can be transmitted to offspring and can even cause death. Therefore, we must be truly aware of the dangers of HIV/AIDS virus for yourself and your family. Use sterile syringes. Never use used syringes or use syringes interchangeably. HIV testing is the single of most accurate HIV diagnosis. There are several types of HIV tests, such as blood tests, antibody tests, antibody and antigen combination tests. If you are in a group of people who are at high risk of getting HIV, then immediately do this HIV test. In addition, now there are HIV test kits that can be done at home, but it is still recommended to test for HIV directly at the hospital that provides it. Use sterile syringes. Never use used syringes or use syringes interchangeably. Used or non-sterile syringes risk transmitting the virus from use in the provincial people. Sexual transmitted disease test. Test for sexually transmitted disease to your partner to avoid the risk of HIV/AIDS transmission, and also check with your family so that you can prevent one of the families from contracting the HIV/AIDS virus. Don't donate blood carelessly. If we want to donate blood, we make sure that we really don't have HIV/AIDS virus, because the HIV/AIDS virus can be spread through blood transfusions. Treat open wound. Treat open wound on the part of the body, because it can be at risk of contacting the HIV/AIDS virus from the patient fluid such as blood, sperm that enters the wound. Avoid free sex. Free sex is very risky that transmits the HIV/AIDS virus. By changing partners, it is very easy for the HIV/AIDS virus to spread to many people. The HIV/AIDS virus can spread through sperm, vaginal fluid, or fluids. HIV infection is a disease that cannot be transmitted only by simple physical contact, such as a shaking hand or touching an infected person. As long as you don't do things that pose risk of infection, you are still safe. So, to interact with sufferer, therefore, intensive assistance to HIV/AIDS sufferers is strictly recommended to prevent the mental and physical condition of the sufferer from getting worse. How to detect HIV/AIDS? HIV is a virus that does not immediately. How to detect HIV/AIDS? HIV is a virus that does not immediately show symptoms of infection when it enters a person's body until 3 or 6 months after until 3 or 6 months after the entry of the HIV virus. It is not certain that the virus can be found in the body because it is hidden. The period of one being able to see the virus is called the window period. Although it cannot be seen, people who have contracted HIV can pass it on to others. After 6 months, the virus usually begins to be found or seen when the sufferer undergoes a blood test. There is no other way to find the virus other than through a blood test. If it is found, then the person is called HIV positive. At this time, he can still live a normal life and carry all activities as usually. This HIV positive period can be up to 10 years if the immune system is strong. However, if the immune system is weak, then the person can be quickly attacked by various other diseases.